Okay, we're here. We're finally here.
We did it. John did it.
We did it. We did it.
I didn't do anything. If you guys don't end up hearing this or seeing this, it's because our PC died. So
No.
And we have a crappy recording going on.
yeah, I doubt they'll be able to hear me from across the room.
Talk?
Hello?
No, you're shit. You're
Oh, I'm here.
you're pretty
I'm here.
good. Like you're
All
louder
right.
than me right there.
Nice.
There's John and there's me.
All right. Let's just go ahead and get into our legendary sip then.
Legendary sip already?
Sorry, our drink.
Oh, okay.
Our actual sip.
Oh,
I've been to a lot of stores recently, and so I just grabbed something.
Oh.
I didn't want to try the tea. I'm sorry.
What tea? Which tea?
The tea that you bought for last time, and that we never drank.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's okay. No worries.
So I got us an energy drink.
All right.
I didn't think about the sock thing until after I poured it into the cup. So you're gonna have to pour it into the cup from that.
From the mug, yeah.
Yeah, the mug.
So you just wanted just for us to guess.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know if you guys are gonna guess it, but
Have you tried it before?
nope.
Oh.
It's clear.
It's clear.
Thank you.
Bubbly.
Yep.
It is an energy drink. So
It's not clear urine. Is that what you're saying?
yeah, I didn't pee in a cup for you guys. Sorry.
Smells like strawberries. No, I don't know what it smells like.
Oh, okay.
I have
It
no
does
idea.
smell like strawberries to me. So
Artificial strawberries.
Sugar free.
I don't know actually.
Oh.
We
like it.
we'll find out here in a sec, but I need another drink. Like I don't know. It's not like I don't like the taste. It's like my body wants me to like the taste, but I just can't tell if I like the
For my
taste.
body. Oh.
Anybody want to take a guess at what it is?
I don't know.
It's really hard. Like when I saw what it was, I didn't expect it to taste like this.
I don't like it. Usually with the sugar-free stuff, it's the aftertaste that tastes bad. For me, it's the initial taste that I don't like.
I kind of agree.
And
with
then it
that.
smooths out.
I'd give it a 2 out of 5.
It's like a 1 for me.
What?
Yeah. What was that face you just did?
Well, my eyes are burning again. I don't know why. I promise I showered, but I also have hair gel on, so.
What about you?
Rating wise, I give it a 3.
Really? You like
Yeah.
it?
I don't like it up
There's
front.
Well,
there's like a
you
kick
mediocre
to it
like it?
at the beginning. Yeah, like it's okay. If it wasn't sugar free, and I don't know if it is, and I like drinking sugar, then I would drink it.
I think most of us do. I think it's not hard to not like drinking sugar.
I just drink water, so
Well, I mean, like when you do though, it's nicer than like aspartame
Not
or
sugar,
something.
yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, like I don't typically drink sugar in my
Yeah.
beverages.
All right, here's the reveal.
Okay, what is it?
Drum roll, please. For JoJo's Stardust Crusaders, I got a C4 Strawberry Starburst energy drink.
So it was strawberry.
It was strawberry.
It was,
And it is 0 sugar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. It almost has like a sugar taste, almost.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait till we try the other one that I bought.
Lemon.
I've been, like I said,
Why are you laughing at your own?
he
Lemon
always
Starburst.
laughs at his
Before
own
you
joke.
even said it.
Because I forgot what flavors Starburst had.
No, like I have like a bunch of just random drinks that I've been buying from different places. Like
$10. What's that say?
thirsty for more? $10. Join C4 Rewards and earn $10 credit today.
You can get more drinks with that.
They weren't all C4. All the drinks that I got, they were
Can I
just
see the
a
can?
bunch of different variety.
Oh, These are some names that I don't like, or I don't know, and I don't like that.
It's probably like trademark names, is it?
Yeah.
That I bought from I just bought from Fry's.
Okay.
The other stuff I bought some other stuff from like healthier, quote unquote healthier grocery stores. Like Sprouts, healthier.
Healthier.
Yeah. Anyway, that was our sip for the day, the week, the podcast. Jesse gave it the highest rating, which is I wasn't expecting. Would you drink it again? Probably
no.
not because of the
No, 0 sugars means 0 chance.
All right, let me go ahead and get into JoJo's Stone Ocean, Part 6, the part that we've taken,
The longest?
6 weeks to
Was
watch.
it 6 weeks?
I feel like it's been 6 weeks.
Holy cow.
Part 6 weeks, yeah.
Any thoughts going into this one? After watching Golden Wind?
Going into it, I was wondering, is JoJo going to be here again? Because we haven't seen him.
JoJo?
You know who I mean?
Jotaro?
Jotaro Kujo,
Yeah.
I was like, is he going to be here again? And then I'm glad that he was kind of taken out of it pretty early on.
Yeah.
He was in there for a little bit, and then boom, he's out.
Yeah.
Jesse?
I
Have you watched this one all the way through?
Yes, I watched it
Before?
all the way through.
Okay.
It was not a pleasant experience because, as you'll see, the release dates for all of these were 6 months apart. So you got the
Oh.
first batch of episodes, and you had to wait 6 months, and then that was the second batch, and the third batch was another 6 months. So it literally took me a year to watch this, and I didn't go back and watch the rest of it. Otherwise, I'd be repeating multiple times.
Okay.
So it was like, wait, what happened again? It recaps a little bit, but I was just like, I need to watch that all in one go again to better, like, get a cohesive story.
Okay.
And after watching it all again, do you feel like it helped?
I feel like it does help. And then I realized that I did not like the English dub, and I started watching it in Japanese, and I was like, I should have just watched it in Japanese. Yeah.
Oh, no, so did you watch this season, this rewatch? Did
Yeah.
you
I did it
Japanese or English?
English,
Okay.
and then I was going to watch the first, like, couple episodes and then the last couple in Japanese to get a feel
Oh.
for it.
Okay.
I made it 2 episodes in, and then I didn't have any time.
Oh, okay. And then you're suggesting to watch it in Japanese.
Yeah, I personally enjoy this season in Japanese.
Dang it. I should have tried that.
Yeah. I watched it in German for 1 episode,
Yeah.
and that was fun. That was so fun.
Okay.
For me, like, I was a little bit excited about this one just because it seems like every even one I've really enjoyed
Yeah.
so far. So I was hoping like maybe it'll be another banger, but
Yeah.
we'll see how I feel about it. Just so you know, Albert, we've done this would be the 7th week.
Okay.
technically.
So there were 6 in between.
We did A Space Odyssey, Fantastic Mr. Fox, Guardians of the Galaxy,
Oh, man.
Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and Across the Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
So that's 6 movies. So
Yep.
that just says how we all enjoyed it because we kept pushing it back.
I don't think
Well,
that's what
that's just my fault of me not starting it. I think that's all it is.
Yeah. Anyway, let me just go ahead and get into the details real
John
quick.
disagrees.
It was released December 1st, 2021. Episodes 1 through 12. Netflix did like a really awkward batch release.
Yep.
And then
Second
September 1st, 2022, they released 2 episodes only.
Sorry. That's supposed to be 24, not 14.
Oh, okay. 13.
Oh.
13 through 24. I mean, I
Yeah.
could have just kept reading and figured that out myself. But, and then in December 1st, 2022, they released 25 through 38.
Okay.
So there was almost a year.
You literally had to wait a year to
That's
get that
crazy.
third batch.
I mean, you almost had to wait an entire year to get the second batch.
It's like 9 months. Yeah. Yeah. 9 months.
It's almost a year, yeah. 3 months away.
That's a baby.
Why do you have to put it like that?
Yeah, it's 38. It's 38 episodes altogether. It's streaming on Netflix. The whole thing is actually on Netflix finally. Do you have a sell-out sip for it? I don't think any of us have had a sell-out sip for JoJo's except for
I was
you.
thinking so much for this one. I didn't come to a sell it sip.
That's okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go ahead and rate it then. Out of 10, I can't think of anything for this part, so go ahead.
Hold up. What's a good rating unit?
10 strands of thread.
Out of 10 years of prison sentencing.
Whoa,
Out of
all right.
10 commandments broken.
What would you rate it, Albert?
I liked this one a lot.
Really?
Yeah. I think it was
Enough to take you 7
What?
weeks to watch it?
7. Well, no, I liked it toward the end. I don't know how to rate it. It's just compared to the others, I'm just gonna forget
Yeah.
because
Can you rank it like lower, higher than other parts?
my memory is just not that good. But it's on the upper end.
Okay,
I
so out of 6 parts, it's at least
It's
top
at
3.
least top 3.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
At least top 3.
Part 4 is number 1 for you.
I think so.
I think that's from what I remember.
I think
think
so,
so.
too.
Both is number 1 for you. Part 4.
It's hard because most of the seasons are good, at least for me.
Yeah.
So this is up there though.
Okay.
Yeah, at least top 3.
Would you have an argument it possibly being second place, your second favorite?
Probably, maybe not.
Probably third.
Yeah, probably third best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay.
It's tough because there's only 6 seasons,
yeah.
and I wouldn't want to
Technically, there's 5 seasons. That's
right.
so annoying.
I mean, the parts versus seasons, you know, whatever.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Jesse?
Where would I rank it?
What's your rating first?
Rating? Okay, rating wise, I think my lowest part is part 4, and I think I gave that a 6. I don't know, because I like aspects of part 4 a lot, and I think this one just kind of goes really bizarre towards the end, and I like the bizarreness of like how crazy the JoJo.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel that the ending really saves this part?
I don't think it was going downhill, so I wouldn't say it would save anything for me.
Like, is it a good ending? Is that you're basically asking? Or
I mean, okay, so for me, like, this is probably bottom 3 for me.
yeah.
Part wise, like, to be honest, it was just mostly used as background noise because I wasn't entertained by it.
Yeah.
But the ending, like, just like you guys said, goes bizarre, and that's
Yeah.
kind of what I.
That's you paid a little bit more attention to.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah. I guess the ending is it starts off maybe a little bit less stable and it gets better if you want to put it. It ends a little bit stronger,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't think it's terrible. I don't think any of the JoJo parts are terrible. I just think I enjoy some more than others.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what I would rewatch all of JoJo again because this is my favorite anime, but
Let's do it. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
Japanese,
I need a break.
German,
Spanish version.
But I think it starts off kind of less favorable, and then I like it more towards the end. Yeah.
Rating wise,
Man, it's weird. It's not better than part 4, but it's not worse than part 4, and I feel like I rated part 4 kind of harshly.
Okay.
So I probably would give maybe bump up part 4 and this one to like a 7-ish,
Okay.
maybe. I probably like part 4 slightly more because Yoshikage Kira.
Yeah.
But this might be a 6.5 if part 4 is a 7 for me.
okay.
Yeah.
For me, rating wise, I think I'd probably give this a 5.
Yeah.
I really enjoy the ending.
Yeah.
I think the stakes of this one are a lot higher than most of the other parts for obvious reasons.
Yep,
Yeah.
agreed.
But where the other parts have kind of this balancing act between like main character and supporting actors, like some parts have a better supporting cast, some parts have like a better main character. I just could not. I didn't connect to any of the characters in this one.
Okay.
Like Jolene
Yeah.
is not strong enough for me as a main character to where I like necessarily cared
Yeah.
about her goals and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And the main villain is, he's okay.
Dio 2.0. I don't know.
Basically,
I
yeah.
don't know.
And then the supporting characters just like they're not that great in you.
You gotta watch it. You gotta watch it in Do you watch it in English?
I watched it in English.
You gotta watch it in Japanese. It makes a world of a difference. It honestly does.
Which is weird because usually the English dub is so good.
It's pretty solid, but this
Right.
one,
But this was also the first one done by Netflix, so maybe that's
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, it's true.
yeah. So
maybe that's why.
Maybe,
Maybe I'll watch it again in Japanese and see if that changes my mind in the not so near future. But
Yeah.
I was just more engaged for those 2 episodes than I was watching in English.
Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, for me, yeah, this one wasn't that great to me.
Yeah.
So I think part 1 is probably one of part 3 is probably like my least favorite.
Yeah. Just because how
How
long,
long,
it
and
is.
non-stop it is.
Yeah.
This one would probably be above that, and maybe above part 1 too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think it's like right around where Golden Wind is for me, where it's just kind of like that middle of the pack type
Yeah.
of thing. Which, you know,
That's where it is for me.
yeah,
Yeah. I feel like in Golden Wind, I got attached to the gang a little bit more than this one. Bucciarati, Giorno,
Yep.
Fugo, like I mean not Fugo, but I mean everyone
Yeah,
else.
Right.
But I think that's by design.
Baccio.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd say it's not terrible, but it's definitely lower end for me for JoJo.
I think what Golden Wind does a lot better than this part, and even Diamond is Unbreakable for me, is those side characters all have their own reasoning for being there.
Yeah. That's
Whereas like this one, I don't know. They're just kind of there. Like they give Hermes a reason for being in the prison,
Yeah.
but I don't know. It's not as long as some of the other characters get in the other parts.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I liked this a lot because maybe fatigue was almost getting to me, but I liked it a lot because there was almost constant things happening just around Jolene. Because I don't know, like you were saying, we don't get much side characters, but I think I was okay with that.
Yeah.
That we're almost always getting something going on with Jolene, and there weren't too many filler episodes, I don't think.
No. Yeah, I don't know if JoJo has a lot of filler,
That's true.
but off the top of my head, I think the filler part 4 has like a food episode, and that's
Right.
But that's
One of
like
your
my
favorite
favorite episode.
episodes,
I know. It's the one you made me watch.
Yeah, it's
like,
so
separately.
good, so good.
It's like a feeling I was watching a different anime.
Whenever I like look at this one though, like when I look at rankings or like where
Other people's lists.
other people's lists, this one is also one of those that's either at the bottom of people's lists or at the top of people's lists.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very interesting. Either like rank it high or it's on the low end.
Okay.
Yeah. Some people think this is like a perfect ending to JoJo's Bizarre Adventure,
Yeah.
and some people think that there was more to be desired.
Okay.
I think
Yeah.
the ending is very insightful, but at the same time, I do feel like there could have been more.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
let me go ahead and get into our main cast real quick.
We want to do you have your songs?
I do.
You
I
wanna
do.
do your JoJo jams or
Yeah.
do it later?
We'll do it a little later. Let
Okay,
me
that's
just
fine.
talk about our main cast real quick. No, let's do the Jojo Jams now.
Sure?
It makes more sense. Yeah.
Okay, that's where we usually put it.
Yeah.
Let me get the.
That way I can get everything else set up for.
All right, I got my song. If you are we going to just play it or
No, I think we'll just we'll leave maybe like a Spotify playlist of ours in the description, but I don't want to get anything.
Oh no, I mean like play it for each other, but not for.
Oh yeah, we can definitely do that if
Yeah.
we pause the recording.
Well, we can just let the recording go and then
I mean,
You could
like
just cut it
I'll
out.
cut it out. That's what I
Yeah.
meant. What am I looking for? My brain's
Poochie.
you were looking for the synopsis maybe to
Yes.
reread it.
yeah. All right, Jojo Jams. This is a very unique Jojo Jams. We are guessing the song for part 7, which has not been animated yet. I don't know if there's any talk about it, except for the horses are going to be hard to animate. All right. So here goes the synopsis for part 7. It's called Still Ball Run, and then we're going to give our own guess to what the song possibly may feel like.
Yeah.
All right?
All right.
Here we go. In the American Old West, the world's greatest race is about to begin. Thousands lined up in San Diego to travel 6,000 kilometers for a chance to win a grand prize of $50 million with the era of the horse reaching its end, contestants are allowed to use any kind of vehicle they wish. Competitors will have to endure grueling conditions, traveling up to 100 kilometers. I don't know why I said what. I almost said kilometers. Kilometers, because they're going to kill you. Traveling up to 100 kilometers a day through uncharted wastelands. The Still Ball Run is truly a one-of-a-kind event.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. So let me pull up my Spotify.
Oops. I keep hitting my mic.
Then we'll play each other's songs. But
I got my song pulled up, ready to play.
you want to play it, or you want to? How do we want to do this? You want to say it, what it is, and then we play it.
Let's go through all of ours. Let's say them all, and then I don't want to have you do too much editing. Like it'd be nicer if you could just have like a chunk where you could just cut out. So let's say them all. Our reasoning why, and if we have a reasoning why, and then we'll play them all for each other to see, and then you could just cut out the songs.
Or if we clap right before it, I'll cut it out. I'll figure it out. If you want to just go one by one,
Up to you.
if you
Whatever's easiest for your editing.
if you clap before it, you say your song, clap before it, I'll edit it out.
Okay, let's just do that then. That way it's all the same.
All right.
You want to go first, Albert?
Yeah, I'll go first. Okay, I've got. Whenever I think of Western-ish stuff, I think of Johnny Cash, even though he's not necessarily from that time frame, but a lot of his songs just sound like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And usually it's just like acoustic guitar is his vibe.
Yeah.
So I chose Riders in the Sky. Do I just clap and then we play it, or
Go ahead.
go to the next person?
Clap and play.
Clap and play.
All right. He says steel, so
Steel.
Steel
yeah.
ball run. Oh, I get it.
there you go. So I like the vibe.
Yeah.
It's just, I think, I don't know anything about the manga, but I feel like it feels like it's a singular person or maybe a small group of people
Yeah.
banding together,
Yeah.
writing together, because whatever they're writing. So
I was kind of going through that process too. I wanted a song that either captured traveling or desert or wastelands.
Yep.
Something like tough and grueling, but I don't know. My song is not even connected to any of the thought process. I just like the song, and I know part 5 gave us
Something that
didn't even make sense.
No.
So my pick is my Sharona. I don't know why. It just is a fun
Okay.
JoJo. It sounds like it would be. So I want to play it right now. Yeah, so Motor Run. I mean, I unfortunately I tried to keep it to the synopsis that we had, but I'm 24 chapters into 75 or 95, so
Yeah.
I kind of had like a leading edge over.
A
But
little.
I tried to keep it to like what the synopsis was.
Yeah.
So you've actually read some of
Yeah, I'm like a fourth of the way through
Nice.
of Steel Ball Run, which reading and watching it, it's very different, but I'm enjoying it.
All right. So for what I like about your guys' picks is they're actually like older artists that they probably would have actually chose.
Yeah.
Mine is kind of off the wall. For whatever reason, when I read the synopsis, I had an epiphany, and I thought of an old movie featuring
Clint Eastwood.
Will Smith, called Wild Wild West.
Oh, okay.
And
That's a good one.
he actually has a song that
He
he
sings.
sings.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where my head went with mine.
That'd be
and
so cool if they got Will Smith.
and I'll play it right now. Yeah, I had to skip for a little bit for mine to actually
The intro's like
yeah.
large.
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
Yeah, no, it's good.
I actually like it.
I
And
think I've seen that before, so that's a really good pick.
yeah, and like it's more of an upbeat, which has kind of been most of the themes towards the end, and he has like a lot of references that you could actually use.
Yeah,
So-
definitely.
I
Yeah.
think it would be a good pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if they can get Johnny Cash, so that's probably better than. Yeah,
Well, Will Smith is his own.
it's true.
But yeah, I think it would be interesting.
Yeah.
So you guys, Jesse will have the link to all 3 songs.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure you guys
Check them out.
check them out.
So it'll either be Spotify or I'll find maybe they're on YouTube or something. There's a way you could access them or whatever. We'll list them for you so you can play it on your own music service.
Yeah, and let us know which one you think is the best.
And what's your pick? Let us know based on the synopsis. What is your pick? We have YouTube comments.
We have YouTube comments now. Yeah, that's crazy, right? But yeah, back to part 6, Stone Ocean. I'm gonna go over the characters real quick, and then we'll talk more about the part in general. So just the main cast, you have Jolene Cujo, spelled with a Cujoh, and her stand is Stone Ocean. Hermes Costello, who has it's called Smack,
Yeah.
the English version. Emporio, burning down the house.
It's his ghost room, I guess.
Yeah. Narciso
Anasui. Yeah.
Diver Drive.
Diver Drive.
Weather, which has weather forecast. And the main villain, well, I guess you have FF
Yeah, FF as well.
as well. And then the main villain is Father Pucci,
Yeah.
whose stand is Pale Snake, then Sea Moon, and then Made in Heaven.
Yep. A lot of stands.
A lot of stands.
That's cheating.
It's very cheating.
There's guys who stop time, like.
That's true.
But
Now
yeah,
you can accelerate time.
Yeah.
let's go ahead and talk about it. How do you guys feel about this part? Likes, dislikes, everything in between?
I think it starts off interesting with Jolene. She has a hit and run. She's going to be sent to prison after she's been framed, or not framed, but that her boyfriend has kind of set her up to fail.
Right.
And now she's stuck in this situation where she's innocent and things are trying to kill her because this was planned all along.
Exactly. Mysterious plot all set
Mr.
up.
Mr. And I'm trying to figure out exactly who planned it because there's like 2 people that they say, oh yeah, they set this up. And I think in a way it was kind of a red herring, the first one they talk about.
Right.
Yeah, so eventually it's revealed that it's the main bad. But the first part, like the first chunk where you're in the jail, for me is kind of forgetful
Yes.
because there's so many stands
That's the
And
hard part.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's so many stands, and they're just one after another. But there's some interesting ones. I'm trying to think of my favorite one in the jail. Do you guys have a favorite stand in the jail part?
That's.
I mean, for me, it doesn't get interesting until like you get Limp Bizkit.
Yeah.
They're so close. I don't know why.
Yeah, why they even bothered? Like
Yeah.
Limp Bizkit was interesting with the Invisible. I don't know why I couldn't think. I was gonna say Imagine.
Oh,
It.
his
Invisible
zombies.
zombie
Yeah.
things, and then
Oh, you're talking about Sports Maximum?
yeah,
Okay.
and then Jailhouse Lock towards the end of the jail stuff
That
was
was-
like really interesting as well.
Yeah.
That was my favorite one. I was gonna say.
Yeah. That one is.
But
yeah.
those are the only ones that like really did it for me. The everything that led up to Limp Bizkit was kind of forgetful. Like when I was going over some of these, when you were having me finish the outline,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't remember this character. I don't remember this character. I don't remember.
Yeah, I mean, like there was the one where like she shrunk people and
Yeah.
she
Cry
stuck
Cry
Jolene.
dolls.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Goo
GG.
Goo- yeah, Goo Goo
GG or
dolls.
Go Go. I don't know what it is.
Goo Goo dolls.
Goo Goo dolls.
I mean, yeah, they shrunk Jolene to fit into a rat suit. That was funny to me. The yeah, I think more of the stuff outside of the jail was more interesting.
I like Survivor.
Yes,
I like Survivor as well. That one is probably my favorite. It gets like a whole backstory with Dio explaining why it's the weakest stand, and
right,
you
but
get-
at the same time, how it's getting utilized.
yeah, it's like it has the just small electrical charge. He explains it like so good. I like Dio, even though he's not like in here.
This one, yeah.
Yeah, you see him, you
In-
hear
in
him.
flashbacks.
Yeah, it's weird to see him thinking and not being the guy in the background. He's thinking, and he's made a friend to this priest, and he's giving like his entire he's the backup if he fails.
Right.
And it's just weird to see Dio, that side of Dio.
Yeah, that he's even thinking that way.
Yeah. It's a good like twist that I mean it's all retrospective,
Right.
but
It's a good add-on to Dio's character.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's good to see that. But yeah, I think Survivor. I remember. I think that's the beginning, or is that shortly after? What comes first, Survivor or Jailhouse?
Survivor.
Survivor does. Okay,
Right.
I think that's the first part of part 3.
Yep.
I forgot what episode, but like chunk 3, and I was like, oh, this starts off so good. You can see the muscles rippling and charging, and everyone's like, oh, so beautiful, and it's like they're just weirdly
Your muscles, I love them.
Yeah. It's
Peak
weird.
performance.
Yeah.
They're beating each other to death, and then I don't know, it just kind of fades out. I guess I don't really remember how they dealt with Survivor.
They find him, but I don't think they're like not affected for a while. I forgot exactly how it's overcome, but I think you get like the feng shui master
Mm-hmm.
before they defeat him, and that was
Kinzo.
so confusing.
Yeah, I was so
Like,
I was
like,
Wait,
what
and then
is
does
this?
It merges into them turning into plants.
Yeah, like there's the plan to get the
the
stand
green baby thing. Yeah,
is
Like
so,
enough people have to die for the green baby to be born in the same
Yeah.
spot. It was confusing
with
to
the
me.
bone and everything.
Yeah,
and-
it's so weird. Like how does Dio know this plan's gonna actually work? Like what research has he done that he knows that he can get this specific stand for this specific power?
Like
So-
enough sinners have to be together.
Yeah. I was like, this is so weird. Like this makes zero sense.
Yeah.
But this is JoJo in a nutshell. Just a little bit more extreme.
Yep.
Yeah, I think for the most part the gel is very repetitive until we get to like almost that third chunk, and then it starts getting interesting. What I didn't like, and this is the first time I watched it, is the grayed out background characters. It just felt very
Oh, yeah,
lazy
yeah.
and
It
very
did.
rushed. And the animation here is not spectacular.
Right.
Yep.
There's like one standout scene that I was like, oh, that scene was actually really good when they're fighting the son of Dio. He has the sky fish. I forgot his
Sky
name.
rods.
Sky rods.
Sky Guy.
Sky
was
guy.
his name.
Yeah, I can't remember the actual name of the guy.
It's I have it here. It's like Raquel or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, that guy where Jolene lights herself on fire and then there's like a swirl of like energy, and I was like, that was really like they put a lot of money into that one 5-second scene, and then the rest of the scene was just okay.
Yeah. And that scene, he's the second brother, right? He's not the first one.
The first one is the
Cartoon characters.
cartoon guy. Yeah.
So the second one, he talks about him accidentally finding some shoes and then getting sent to jail.
Well, that was the third one.
That's the
right?
third one?
Yeah, because I think Sky Guy. No. Is Sky Guy the last one?
No,
No, he's
Netherworld is the last one.
Yeah.
Netherworld's the last one? Yeah.
Right.
He's the guy that finds the shoes. Netherworld, right?
I think so.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think-
okay. Well,
yeah.
I mean that's the same plot of Holes.
Is it?
Yes.
Huh.
That made me point.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
He
yeah. It
finds some
is.
he finds some shoes. He gets accused of getting them
Get-
stolen.
them getting stolen, yeah. But
Yes.
they added the twist of these shoes being the shoes of the famous baseball player Ichiro.
Right.
So,
Right.
which I thought was kind of hilarious, and they just like fell through the vent, and
Yeah.
It's the same plot as Holes. I was like, that's Holes.
I've never seen Holes before.
Oh,
I need to watch that movie.
with
Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf.
I mean, it's funny because Holes came first and then this.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I
this
don't-
is a reference to Holes.
I, d-
Instead of Holes being a reference to JoJo.
I don't know when this part was released. Like
Oh, in the
manga-wise.
manga. Oh, okay.
Manga-wise.
Holes is a pretty old book too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If I noticed that immediately, that's Holes.
I didn't even think of that until you just pointed out, and then I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. Like
Nice.
that was the whole reason why Holes was a thing.
okay.
But then he gets released, and he doesn't turn into a murdering psychopath who uses children.
I mean, that could have been the sequel. Who knows?
The sequel to Holes.
Yeah.
The main character of Holes is actually just
I mean,
Donatello versus.
I mean, it would have been funny if his name was Stanley as well. So.
Yeah.
his ability did work in a giant hole. I don't know.
That's
That's
true.
That's very true.
That's
Dude,
super
there you
weird.
go.
Wow.
All connecting the pieces.
But yeah, those three brothers are pretty fun though.
I know it's symbolism. It's displaying gravity and the stands coming together.
Yes.
But I didn't really care for the Sons of Dio really that much. I don't know. It's just, I guess the powers were interesting. The cartoon power was interesting, but I think the way they ended that one
Underutilized.
was dumb. Like, oh, I'm gonna create my own superhero, and he just sucks everything up, and then the guy dies in the airplane. I was like,
that was a little.
that was underwhelming. And then the second one,
the Sky Rods.
yeah,
Sky
okay.
That's the one I don't remember.
Yeah.
Like, out of the three.
They're in a helicopter, Sky, like their eyes are closing because the body heat's being sucked out, and I like the scientific stuff behind
Yeah,
it.
it was limited to like half an episode.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
fast.
he
I
died so
literally
fast.
don't remember that at
Yeah,
all.
no.
No.
And then he basically, Jolene's like holding her because I guess the most critical part of your body if you lose heat is the brainstem. She's literally holding her back of her neck, and she just beats the crap out of him, and he dies because she beats the crap out of him. I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
Because they've literally had their stands for a day.
Yeah. Yeah. They literally have it for a day.
It's underutilized.
It's underutilized.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Everyone the Sons of Dio die super fast.
Yeah.
Netherworld. That was pretty interesting, but then it's just
I feel like a lot of the bad stands in this one are underutilized.
the bad. What do you mean bad
Like,
stands? Like
For the antagonist.
oh,
and
the evil side
Yeah.
of stands. Okay. Yeah. I thought you meant like
The bad stand, no, like
the
the
terrible, get
evil,
him outta
the
here.
evil ones.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
I feel like they don't get utilized enough, and maybe it's just like a pacing issue with this one.
Yeah,
But it where Stardust Crusaders, where they just like kind of keep going and going, and like every other episode is a new stand.
Yeah.
At least that stand gets like time.
Oh yeah.
Whereas this one, even in Golden when they do that, where it gets time, and this one it just they're either not memorable, or they're interesting and they don't have enough time.
Yeah.
Right. Or they're solved in dumb ways, like
Yeah.
the Bohemian Ecstatic, where
Yeah.
he just creates his own super character.
But that was I liked like when they're in the back of the car and then they're like, oh, look at this comic. And I was like, there's no like characters on there, and they come to life, and then that was fun.
They name drop Batman.
I wanted to see Batman
I
in
did
the
not expect
JoJo
that.
art.
or
like,
Mickey Mouse.
Yeah. Do they drop Mickey Mouse?
No.
Name drop?
No, but they reference it because they're in Orlando, Florida.
Okay. Warner Brothers has Batman. They have Terminator. They could have done something.
At least they
coulda
name dropped
done
them.
something. Yeah. An anime Batman in JoJo. I would have.
Yeah, that would have been crazy.
That would have been cool.
Because whenever they do comics in this anime, it just looks a crazy different art style.
Pinocchio and
Like
Yeah.
they look so creepy.
Demon Pinocchio.
Those were like those were the most brutal episodes to me.
yeah,
Were with the comics.
yeah, with the goats
Mm-hmm.
and the wolf, where he's like, "Oh, better to hug you with giant hands." I remember listening to that in English, and his voice caught me off guard when he turns to the wolf, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh man, that's a creepy voice."
That was good.
Yeah, like that was a creepy like said. Even Van Gogh with his ear cut off, and that
And
that
he's
was
in a
good.
different art style.
Yeah. Okay, maybe that, but the ending to that Son of Dio
Right.
was not good.
The setup
but
is nice.
the setup was good.
The reveal of it going on and them figuring it out, but it just ends really lackluster.
For the longest time, Weather couldn't see
Oh yeah,
Anastasia.
Anastasia,
Yeah.
because like
he didn't believe in.
he didn't believe in, or he didn't have any knowledge of the comics.
Exactly.
Yeah, I don't know what's that power. It separates you from your body, like
I
your
don't know.
soul.
It doesn't really make sense to me.
It didn't make
Yeah.
sense, but
is cool.
it was pretty interesting. And then like later on, we find out why he has no real attachment to him is because he doesn't really have his memory.
He doesn't have any memories. I
Yeah.
don't know who you are. Yeah. So you can survive. You can survive without your memories, but you can't survive without your stand disc. Or you need at least one to survive. I'm trying to remember.
I'm
if
guessing you need
At least
At
one.
least
one to
one?
survive.
Okay, at least one to survive. And
But then Jojo got put into a state where he needs both, apparently.
well, I mean,
He lost both.
He lost both, right?
Right.
And so he's losing the will to live. That's the explanation. So
Right,
they're keeping him alive.
Yeah, and he needs both
Yeah.
in his case.
Yeah, he needs both. I mean, did anyone else get their 2 discs pulled out? I can't remember.
Not
any
that
of
I
them.
know of. Not that I can remember either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone else is just one at least.
I
Yeah.
really hate that about the original part of the story is Pale Snake is such a just kind of dumb ability just to
It's
get.
very specific.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's really interesting how they utilized it. And instead of using the arrow, it's this method instead.
Yeah.
But he's not creating stands. He's just taking stuff away.
Right. He's
Yeah.
moving it around.
Yeah. I think there was a theme behind it.
How does he have those stands in the first place to give away?
What are you talking about?
So he's giving people stands, but how did he have them in the first place?
He just stole them from people.
He's collected them over the years.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess he's as a priest, he gets to go
Yeah.
around.
He could probably
He
use
has the stand
He
arrow.
can use the stand arrow to like give people stands, and if
Oh.
they're not following it, he can just huzzah! It's
Yeah.
gone.
Oh, okay. They didn't really
They didn't
show
show
him
that,
using
yeah.
the arrow.
They showed it with was it
First
Marilyn
guy?
Marilyn
Marilyn-
Manson
Mary Lynn.
Marilyn Manson
Mary
I
Lynn
think
Mary
Manson.
Lynn Manson.
I think they show it with her.
Yeah.
I don't remember that one either. Sorry.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the one where they
Something
have to
about
play the
gambling.
catch.
Yeah.
Remember the game of catch?
Right.
Yeah, that one got intense a little bit. I remember.
I know. It's just.
I remember parts of it, but
making a game of catch so intense.
Yeah, that's JoJo. That's making a game of Rochambeau so intense. Like,
Exactly. Hunter x Hunter did it.
Didn't the guy go up the elevator at one point or something like that?
Oh, the lady went up the elevator.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so they were both in the elevator, and she had to get the ball through like her string, and
Right.
the guy caught it. Here goes. Thanks for paying me $10. Like, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Like, I want to watch this again in Japanese. Not anytime soon, but I want to watch it a little bit later, Japanese.
Yeah.
But I think what really shines is when you get out of the prison.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with that.
There are nice parts in the prison, but
You're
almost in there too long.
Yeah.
Once they go to the
Once they reveal the mystery of who Pale Snake is,
right,
Yeah.
they go
like
to the
I'm kind
men's
of
side.
over it.
Yeah.
Right, they go to the men's side. They go to that max security side. Then stuff really picks up
Yeah.
as they get outside.
The design of Pale Snake, I'm trying to remember the DNA bases. A, G, C, and T, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's what he has written, like tattooed or like on his skin.
Yeah.
I didn't understand like the reference. Like he doesn't like splice genes together. I guess he can take, in a sense, I guess it's information, which is DNA. Like it's very loosely connected, but I think that's what it is. It's the DNA, like what does DNA stand for? The
Dino something rublic acid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nucleo something.
Why'd
acid.
you even bring that up? Why'd you bother?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Trying to be smart and just dumb.
Now we're just making all dumb. We don't know what DNA stands for.
It stands for
Deoxynucleorublic something acid.
Yeah.
Deoxys.
Deoxys.
Do not
Nothing's in
attempt.
Do not attempt to name this.
Do not attempt to name this.
But I think out of the 3 stands that Pale Snake that Father Pucci has, who's your favorite out of the 3 stands that he gets?
I like the gravity one the most.
Oh, Sea Moon?
Sea Moon.
Okay.
I feel like
That was
I feel
That
like
was interesting.
the time one is just overdone now.
Yeah.
But he wasn't. He was fast forwarding time.
Yeah, I know, but it's just the time thing overall is just eh.
Yeah.
I'm like we've seen enough of time related stuff, I think.
Zawaldo.
Yeah, I agree. It is a little bit different. There wasn't any freezing of time,
Right.
but it's still.
It was interesting how he could use it to combat Jotaro's world abilities.
Right.
Yeah.
Speed up his time freeze and how they use it as a way to move the story. Like, oh, this is another universe because the previous universe ended.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. Went a little bit 2001: A Space Odyssey on us right there.
Right.
Like, but yeah, I would agree. I think Sea Moon is the best. The gravity and punching
Yeah.
things inside out.
Right,
and
the inverse
yeah.
stuff.
reversing stuff.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, the Mobius strip, I've seen that before. So that
Yeah.
that's cool how they tried to utilize another math-related thing into gravity.
Yeah.
Mm.
That was good. Yeah, just like them driving on the car and then Emporio not being able to accelerate. They're like, what's like go Emporio,
Yeah,
go.
Hermes-
they're figuring out they're
Seeing
falling.
Hermes falls backwards.
Yeah,
like,
the cars are like shifting back. Trees are like getting pulled out of the ground. I'm like, wait, why is their car the last to be pulled? But that's whatever.
Yeah.
mm.
Plot armor.
Yeah, plot armor. But yeah, I just remember like,
They're the furthest away. That's why.
I mean, there is, from my understanding, there is a range to this.
It
Yeah,
makes
yeah.
sense. It makes
Yeah.
sense. It makes
Yeah.
sense because the soldiers are able to stand.
Yeah, they're able to stand. But just hearing falling parallel to the ground is a sentence I've never heard before.
It's kind of scary to think about too.
Yeah. I've actually, when I did animate when I was a little kid, I actually thought of that plot before.
It's a fun concept.
Like,
Yeah.
what if the Earth just lost all its gravity and we just fall backwards? You know, wherever
Yeah.
we're facing at that time, and
If there was a stand that just removed all the mass of the earth and everything started just pulling
Yeah.
away from it.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
it'd be kind of scary to think about.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
The gravity one, if they just kept it,
It would have been perfectly fine. He could have used that to spin the.
He could have done that. He could have did like a black hole, made the whole Big Bang. Like there's a way to do it.
Yeah, he should have just punched the earth.
Yeah.
Almighty push.
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be crazy.
One thing that I didn't like about it is I feel like, for the good guys at least, they've really underutilized their stands.
Yeah, I feel like Hermes and Kiss or Smack could have been. I mean, I think that I like their concept a lot too.
Yeah.
Splitting something and then putting it back together.
Yeah. It's pretty useful. Them
Yeah.
traveling with the bullets and everything.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
Didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, wait, how do they get there that fast? And Father Pucci didn't catch up to them because they were shooting bullets and then
Right.
going to the position of the bullets.
Like, even Jolene's stand, like, she creates the Mobius strip with, which I don't even know how she would even know about that type of thing.
Right. They don't even tell us how she knows that. It's just.
But like, when she uses her stand like inside her and it, like her body like
starts to unravel.
Like, they could have used stuff with that. Like, she could have. What if she just, like, instead of getting hit in the chest, she just
like
undid her.
Yeah.
Like, that would have been
change her mask.
Yeah, that would have been a lot more interesting.
Yeah.
I think.
Because I think they did do that earlier in the season, where she like opens up her chest or something so that she could take a punch or something. I remember that. I remember that somewhere.
Remember that.
Yeah.
Doesn't she can use it to listen as well, right?
Yeah, the first part she's listening to.
Yeah.
Yeah, like those tin can string radios.
Right.
Yeah.
Who's another stand? I really didn't understand Emporio's stand for most of the.
I didn't even know that was a stand.
I didn't even know.
I thought he was a ghost boy, and he said he wasn't a ghost boy. But I was like, you clearly are a ghost boy.
No, it's the room that's the stand. He just knows about the room.
Yeah, he can interact with ghost items.
He has that gun thing that he uses at the end.
It's more about his stand. It's not related to the gun.
I know, but he uses the gun.
He calls it a ghost gun.
Yeah, the ghost.
I don't
gun.
know.
What is this?
The end, literally the end.
The very end.
He shoots the bullets, and they're like, they use the smack thing, and
it's just one of his ghost items.
Yeah.
Okay.
Diver Drive had some like really interesting uses that I feel like doesn't get used a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Weather, I mean,
I had no idea what that was.
I still don't.
Yeah. I had a.
Why are there snails and or frogs?
Yeah. I think the frogs were just the weather picking
them up, yeah,
and dropping them.
I mean, but they were saying they were like a South American frog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a tropical storm, you know.
Right, but then they're in Florida. And I'm like, what does that mean? Anything?
He summoned a hurricane like 13 days ago.
That's how big the hurricane was.
He summoned it 13 days ago to get it right there.
It makes no sense.
Maybe he was in South America with these frogs, summoned up a bit, and he just carried it with him for the longest time, and no one knew about it.
Like, I don't know.
No one really knows the extent of his powers either, and that's like my biggest problem with this is that the main cast have interesting stands, but they just feel underutilized the whole time.
Underutilized.
Well, I don't remember what FF does. Like, I know she heals. At times.
She was the healing stand this time around.
She's made of plankton, so she can use the plankton to heal someone else.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Her death didn't really affect me that much.
I know.
I literally didn't care about the character.
It was supposed to be sad, but I didn't feel it.
Yeah, I was like, they're just a bunch of fishes. No, I'm kidding.
It's just some plankton.
Yeah, it's too bad.
The battle with Weather Report and Father Pucci, I think, was interesting because I forgot how his stand ability worked. I'm like, wait, why is everyone turning into snails except for Father Pucci? I'm like, I don't. And then we get the explanation. I'm like,
if you think it will happen to you, then it's gonna happen to you.
No, I mean,
like
it's a subliminal message from the rainbow.
But that's just
of primitive
how is
instincts.
that related to Weather Report and his control over the weather? Like,
I don't know.
Their whole concept between the two of them was interesting, and it's just like they talk about it, but to me it just has no meaning in that final fight between the two of them.
They talk about it like it's supposed to make sense.
Yeah,
but how?
Like they're half brothers or they're twin brothers. They got separated at birth.
Yeah,
and he finds out
Are we
that
just dumb? Like, did we not?
What do you mean? Wait for what?
Like, how is his power supposed to work? Like, why are there snails?
We'll have to look. We'll have to look into it. I don't know.
I mean, Jesse's right that the reasoning behind it is that it picks up the.
Subliminal message of primitive. Like,
I don't know about that, but like it picks up the weather, picks up the frogs and snails.
But then why
but-
are people turning into like?
yeah,
The heavy forecast stuff did not really make a lot of sense to me.
yeah. The way to defeat it is to be blind. Like that's literally. You can take the ability to see out of your eyes with disc. Like any ability, I guess, not a stand ability, which doesn't make any sense. You can take the ability to taste out of it with a disc. There's just tiny discs.
I mean, can he just not close his eyes and just decide to not open his eyes?
It's he could, but I guess he doesn't want a chance like getting punched in his eyes. I don't know.
That makes sense.
But
Yeah.
like, does he first need to understand it by seeing people turn into snails? Like, how does he know to not like?
He explained it the first time.
He had prior knowledge.
He had prior knowledge. He saw a blind lady walking who was not affected.
But then he could see other people affected, so he wasn't affected yet. Like,
I think he was far enough away from like the radius of it, I guess.
I guess because he didn't touch it yet, but he also
didn't touch
knew.
it. Yeah, it's like it's super weird. Do you have to touch it and see it?
Yes.
Okay.
I just feel like the two brothers should have had a better story and send off.
Yeah.
I mean, the story was interesting between the two of them,
Yeah.
and like how Weather just hates this man.
Yeah. But he doesn't know why.
Well, he knows why at the end.
Yeah, he knows why at the end, yeah.
But yeah,
I remember TikTok.
TikTok.
I don't use it for multiple reasons, but one big reason is because it spoils everything. And I remember Nicole showing me, like going through a slideshow of the manga and seeing the JoJo star on his. I was like, no, why would you do that to me? But I mean, it's cool.
I mean, social media in general, I would avoid. If
I stay away from all social
wait,
media.
why do they have the star again? I forgot.
So he fuses with the green baby, which
Mhm.
is essentially Dio's stand or
DNA?
Dio's
Yeah.
will or something.
Something like that.
It's related to Dio.
So it's Dio's Hulk baby.
The baby ate the bone, and then the
But it's not
baby
Dio's
ate-
bone.
Poochie.
It is Dio's bone, right?
It is Dio's bone.
I heard it's not Dio's
He
bone.
pulled it from his forehead, I thought.
I don't
What
know.
bone in your forehead is shaped like that?
He just. I don't know if he took it out of his forehead. I don't remember seeing it from his
I
forehead. but
remember
he had
I
it
was
in his
I was
hand.
watching a YouTube video today that said it wasn't actually his bone.
What?
I'm so confused.
Whose bone is it?
I don't know.
In the video, it doesn't say.
I forgot.
Oh.
But even okay. So hold on. Even still, even if it was Dio's bone, it makes no sense for him to have the star still because Dio's not the one connected to the or Dio's not the reason for the star.
It's Jonathan.
Oh yes, Jonathan. Jeez Louise.
It's George Joestar.
It's a Joe Star. So it would have to be the bones from the Joe Star body, right?
But it's Jonathan's body from
The
Dio's
head's not-
forehead.
Maybe he was storing Jonathan's head.
Eventually, the cells just accepted it, didn't reject Dio's head, and it just all was Jonathan's.
Maybe I looked away because I don't remember him ever taking a bone out of his forehead
I remember pulling a bone out of his forehead.
to give to Poochie.
Yeah, he literally was like, "You could take my standability right now. You could take the world and all." And he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry for offending you, but keep this as like a token of, like."
I thought he was just pulling a magic trick and he just had it in his hand the whole time.
I think it was out of his. I don't know what bone in his head is shaped that way.
Is that short?
Is that short?
It looks like a joint on either end.
It looks like a tiny little like
A double
end of a
knee.
femur. Like,
Yeah. I don't know.
well, John's looking it up, I think,
It
but
says it's Dio's bone, but I had heard that it wasn't Dio's bone.
we'll do a really quick rewatch
Oh boy.
for a second just to see
Where
where
he takes it from.
he takes it from. Is it his head?
Well, maybe that person was just stupid.
Yeah, you're just watching dumb videos.
Maybe
now.
Hiraki forgot.
Anyways, we'll just say it's Dio's bone.
Yeah, Dio's
was a
bone.
bone.
It has to be.
It's his nose bone.
Yeah.
It's penis bone.
It's penis bone. That's a
So what? So, but that still doesn't explain why the star happens.
It's just a visual
Because at that
indication.
point, it's a representation of Dio being a part of the Joestar family.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Does Giorno have a star?
Yeah,
Oh,
he does.
but that was created with the penis of Jonathan.
Yep.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's a weird way to put
I
it,
mean,
but
I guess
yes.
in a way.
It all makes sense. Maybe this is why it's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, just for the ending. Like all the stars that happen, who's the real father?
Who?
Is it Dio or is it Jonathan?
Oh, no.
That's the real bizarre
That's
mystery.
a real question.
I mean, Jerry Springer passed away recently, so I don't know.
Dio, you are not the father.
But it was me, Dio.
I wonder, it's very easy for most people just to gloss over these points.
Yeah.
I wonder if the author ever really thought about this.
Oh, definitely.
Like
The smallest details he thought about. Think about the world,
no, I get it. Like he does think about a lot of details, but this is a detail like that really is, doesn't really matter.
No, he thought about it. I know.
Yeah.
That the world, remember the tanks on his back? They explain what those tanks were for? Because when he freezes time, he needs to breathe. So he's breathing when there's no oxygen being moved. It's he thought about it.
I don't think he was thinking about the genitalia of.
Oh, he's probably thinking real hard about that.
Okay. Anything else to say?
I mean, like it's a really interesting question now that I think.
I don't think we have to talk about it.
We turned it into a meme.
The next episode is just where is that bone from?
But like that's Dio's bone. If you know what I'm saying.
Which part of the body?
Yeah, which part of the body did that bone come from?
Dio operation.
But in reality, like offspring of Dio after combining with Jonathan's body, are they actually Dio's offspring or are they actually like
Giorno?
Yeah,
Is a good example.
Yeah, Giorno's a good example, but should his hair really have been blonde if it was created with? How does that work?
I don't
There.
know.
So somehow, some way.
So when,
It's another son of Dio.
but like,
They don't get their own story. They get killed in one episode.
Somehow Dio stores sperm in his head and it just travels down.
that's the
it
question that I was too scared to ask right
and
now.
it travels down to Jonathan's testes, and it's
Like
probably
before
like
he lost his body, did he just like suck up some of his sperm?
yeah. That's the answer.
And
And no, it's just the whole penis was just right there, and he had two. That would be even more bizarre. And he's just like whatever one went off. It was just Dio had definitely less sperm in his body than Jonathan did. It's like a 1 in 10 chance you get a Dio offspring, or 2 sperm fertilizing 1 egg from each part. That's how you get Giorno.
What?
There's a phenomenon where
I know, but like
I don't know how that works, which one overcomes which, but
I'm pretty sure. Wait, what's the phenomenon?
where 2 sperm fertilize a single egg.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm pretty sure that happens.
But no, I think
I don't know how that happens.
It's like a very small chance.
Well, yes,
It's
that
definitely
wouldn't-
not from 2 people.
right.
Most of the time, I don't know.
I don't know.
I gotta do some research on Pornhub.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. Are we allowed to say that on YouTube?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, I
technically.
mean, technically,
If
yeah.
you want it out there, though, that's a different story.
No, I'm just kidding. What are you thinking about, John?
It's like this is a really interesting question to me, and I don't. I just don't. I don't get how that works.
The next
We'll never be able to know in real life because
the next mini episode is gonna be this topic. All right.
Talk about how
Dio's
Dio makes
anatomy
kids,
works.
How Dio makes kids that have JoJo powers,
Yeah.
stand powers.
So
was Giorno ever like? No,
what?
he was never. He never was touched by a stand arrow, right? He just had his.
Right, he was
Yeah.
a kid, or
Yeah.
he was born with it,
Mhm.
not Maybelline.
Yeah, I was about to ask. You don't need to touch a stand arrow if you have a parent who has a stand.
Yes,
Yeah.
And he has multiple. He has Joseph and Dio, or Jonathan and Dio. Wait, Jonathan didn't have a stand.
Technically,
stands came from Dio.
I think technically he does have a stand.
He's related to the Joestar family, and he has a stand
Yeah, but
because he's related to Dio.
I think Jonathan's stand was the fortune-telling kind of Hermit Purple style stand that Dio had. I think maybe that's some like headcanon thing, but Jonathan retroactively had a stand.
No.
I don't know.
I think stands came. I mean, because Dio had one.
I mean, the Joestar line gets them, but stands
Right.
have existed before the Joestar
Right.
lineage
But he just has the Joestar lineage.
started. Yeah, he was the first Skywalker. I guess. I don't know. He was the Anakin of. What you looking at now?
I'm looking at Dio's.
You trying to look for his penis? What are you doing?
Like, where on that picture would he store his
His bone? He just had it in
his bone?
I think we went on
his
a lot.
bone
I think we
powers.
went on long enough about this
okay,
topic.
okay.
I'm hungry. It's dinner time.
Do you guys have anything else you want to say about this part? How do you guys feel about the meaning behind the ending?
I like it.
Whereas
it's
their
yeah.
names change.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a new universe.
Yeah,
That way they never have the.
they're not JoJo's
They're
anymore.
not JoJo's anymore. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're still Joe Stars, but they're not JoJo's.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's a very weird way to end your series, but showing that the curse of Dio
It's
and
lifted.
that battle is
Yeah.
is finally lifted.
I thought it was pretty interesting.
Yeah, and just
liked it.
seeing another thing TikTok spoiled for me is Jojo being killed. I hate TikTok because I was like that. It still had an impact when I watched it the first time, but I knew it was gonna happen.
You were waiting for it. Yeah.
I was waiting for it,
Yeah.
and I mean they do die, and then in the universe they're replaced, and then when the universe is flipped again, they're back but with different names. So
Mm-hmm.
it's very weird. But it just seems like I want to watch that, like that continuation too of them just being normal people.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be boring.
Anasui,
Yeah. it was-
I don't think so.
Of
And
course it's boring. They're just regular people at that point.
Anasui, like with Jolene, like everything ended happy.
Right. I mean, that's why it's boring, because it's happy.
they
Sadness
never
is-
had the struggles of their former selves, but they have like those feelings and emotions. Like
Right.
pretty cool. Very creative.
Yeah.
And then he made another part after,
Yeah.
and we'll be getting to that
Whenever.
Well, you gonna read the manga?
when it comes out on Netflix.
It's probably like in
3 years.
4 or 5 years. Those horses are gonna take a long time, man. Think about
The horses.
where the horses store their bones at.
in their body.
Now John's really
I
thinking
don't
about
know
it.
where you're going. John's trying to figure out where you're going with that.
Who is the real father? The horses?
Oh god. The horses.
The
back
horses,
in-
Jonathan or Dio?
They had horses earlier in the series.
Yeah.
But not these horses.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Not the steel ball horses. Balls of steel.
Not Harry.
No.
balls of steel.
Oh. You want to watch Balls of Fury?
Do
Not
you
really.
know what I wanted to come in
Hmm.
looking like? And Nicole's definitely was like, no, you can't do that. You're not allowed to do that. I wanted to get my haircut super like short, do the grooves cut in, and then temporarily do it white, and then do the lines for Father Pucci.
Oh boy.
I was super tempted to do that.
You're not allowed to do that.
I was. No.
All right. Well, I guess I feel like we didn't really talk too much about part 6. We kind of went on a
bone
tangent.
We had a good chunk of time.
Yeah. I think like I said, it was kind of middle of the road. Last thing we got to do before
Rank 'em?
we end this podcast is we got to rank that JoJo and bad guy.
And do we rank the part 2? I mean, we already did that. Never mind.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
If we want to do a full ranking, we could do that.
We'll do that
some
a
other time.
separate video.
Yeah. Okay. So, Albert,
Yep.
for Jonathan, you have a 7. Joseph, you have an 8. Jotaro, for both parts, you have a 7.5. Josuke, you have a 8.5.
Man.
Giorno, you have a 7.5. Rank that Jolene.
I mean, I still liked her, but oh man, that's hard.
He's the first one. The pressure is real.
I
You wanna come back later? Think about
You
it.
want to think about it a little bit?
I mean, like, problem is that I'm getting so used to Jotaro. I'm tired of that. I'm glad he's dead.
Dang.
I'm kidding. No, that was sad.
He was in a different outfit, though. Rank that Jotaro outfit.
Oh, we didn't even talk about the Jotaro art.
His new hat.
Yeah, we didn't talk about
His
that.
new
Yeah.
hat. His
Yeah.
new hair.
Yeah.
I don't know where to put Jolene. I think I liked her less than Giorno. So maybe like a 7 or a 6.5. I mean, like, I liked them all still.
They're all different.
Right. Because I liked how she developed her stand and how she used it in different ways. It didn't seem overpowered.
No, it definitely was not overpowered.
Right.
It still could beat up some people, but it wasn't like
It wasn't overpowered.
Jotaro.
She could just heal herself somehow. I mean, she figured out how to invert punches. That was really cool
Yeah.
from Sea Moon.
Yeah.
It didn't seem overdone. She couldn't just reinvert her heart.
Yeah. Where did her heart go?
She uninverted it. I don't know what
It
happened
was
there.
it was just lines in her Mobius strip.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
That was another thing that bothered me, just real quick before Albert, is sometimes, excuse me, sometimes with the Mobius strip, like the one on her neck, it would just like disappear.
Yeah.
She could redo that one.
Yeah.
But not the only one she couldn't redo.
I don't think it was like her redoing it. I think it was them forgetting to put it in when they were.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe she just somehow found out a way to transfer all the invertedness to one giant Mobius strip.
Maybe.
I don't know.
It was. I mean, it was a cool concept though.
It's a cool concept.
Is it cool? Yeah,
of
I'm
her
not
figuring it
like
out.
saying that it wasn't a cool concept. I'm
Right.
just saying that like the one on her neck just disappearing and then reappearing every now and then was
I think it's just inconsistency.
lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just Netflix doesn't want to pay out for some reason. It's like, well, okay, we're not going to animate it. But I think probably a 7.
Okay, thank you for finally giving me a number.
I did earlier.
What's longer? Albert talking in circles to rank the character,
Or John
our
trying to
podcast?
find out the bone.
All right, Jesse. Jonathan, you have as a 6.
Yep.
Joseph, you have as an 8. Jotaro, part 1, you have as a 6.66. And part 2, you have as a 7. Josuke, you have as a 6. Giorno, you have as a 7. What do you have Jolene as?
What do I have? The Jonathan 6?
Jonathan, you have as a 6.
Okay, I think she's more interesting than Jonathan. I think she's more interesting than Josuke. He was kind of boring to me, and he was more interesting than Giorno.
Mm-hmm.
So,
You take that back.
what is Giorno at? 7? No.
I think you have Giorno as a 7, yeah.
I would rank her pretty high if I put her at a 7.5. I'll put her at a 7, but I did like. She was just a little bit more interesting than
Scared of
Giorno.
commitment.
Yeah. I mean, if I put her at a 7.5, I'm half under a Joseph, which needs to be a little bit higher. So
You can redo your Joseph if you wanted to.
Joseph is gonna
no.
be a 9. He's the best. He's the best. Put him at a 10,
Okay.
and then you can put Jolene at a. What I have Jotaro at
Jotaro for basically a
6
7.
to a 7. I'll put him at a 7. Put her at a 7.
So you didn't change it.
Oh,
You did it. You can move Jordo.
it was just a Mobius strip moment in my mind.
Nothing changes.
Nothing
You're on
changes.
the same side.
I like,
I mean, that means I would have to move
It's the same
Jotaro. I'd
I
have
like,
to move.
I like how Joseph got moved up. You moved Joseph up so you could move Jolene, and then you put her at the same number. Okay.
I don't know.
No,
Something about
yeah.
Jotaro is he's so cool.
I
know.
don't agree with that, but okay. Okay, for me, I have Jonathan as a 5, Joseph as a 9, Jotaro as a 5 for part 1 and a 6 for part 2, Josuke as a 9, Giorno as a 5, and Jolene is going as a 5.5.
Okay.
I'll give her a 6.
6.
Yeah, I'll give her a 6. The problem for me is like she's not interesting to me. Whereas at least Jotaro looks kind of
Menacing?
cool, menacing.
Depending on which part.
Depending on which part, yeah. She has a little bit more character than Giorno and
Oh,
Jonathan.
more,
though.
definitely more.
So, yeah, she's a 6.
Watch it in Japanese, you might bump your score up a
It might
little
bump
bit.
my score up, yeah.
A little
Okay.
bit.
So when I do watch it in Japanese, we'll come back to this and.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, bad guys. I'm guessing we're going Father Pucci.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we're going Father Pucci. Albert, you have
Okay.
you have Dio from part 1 as a 10.
Yeah.
The Pillarman as an 8.
Yeah.
Super Saiyan Dio as a 6. Yoshikage Kira as a 9.
Mm-hmm.
Diavolo / Doppio as a 7. What do you think about Father Pucci?
See that last one? That was Diavolo.
7.
Yeah, 7.
I mean, I liked this guy too. Mostly in the middle part when he was. I don't know. I really like the concept of inverted punches and inverted gravity.
So the end part.
I mean, I'm just tired.
You're
of
talking about the middle stand?
the middle stand. Yeah, Sea Moon instead of Maiden.
So should I split them up into...
Yes, it is.
All 3 stands.
Do what Jesse does?
It's a 3 stands. But the ending is kind of lackluster for me. I mean, I like the results of it. Like, maybe he's also a 8.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Would you guys say he's our well,
What?
Yoshikage Kira was close to.
Right.
Would you say he's our closest to actually succeeding his goals?
Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he partly does.
Yeah.
Like-
I mean, he definitely doesn't.
Right.
Yeah.
He partly
But-
does. He doesn't get to live it.
He
But
does it for like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But
minus Emporio.
but he does do what
He
he, wants
accomplished-
to do.
He almost did.
Yeah.
He had to stop time to deal with Emporio.
Right.
Yeah.
But he was close.
Yeah.
But he does fast forward the universe. He
Yeah.
does.
It's still not his ideal universe.
right.
Which is
He
the
does
thing.
take, those people that survived that event to bring their subconscious memories to the next universe.
If he just disappeared and Emporio was just kind of wandering around aimlessly, not able to find Poochie, would he have basically won? Minus Emporio, which is such a small fraction.
I don't think so because Emporio would have always been like.
Oh, drawn to him probably.
Against him, yep. Gravity of stand users.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, he had to get rid of Emporio.
Yeah, or try to, right?
That was the last piece of evidence to
Yeah.
finish this.
Who's gonna believe that the universe was reset?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if there's other stand users in this universe, then he's gonna be attracted to them, and then
They're gonna eventually
pass-
oppose him.
Right.
Okay, yeah.
All right, Jesse. For Dio from part 1, you have as an 8, the Pillarman as a 7, Wamu as a
Wamu.
9,
Oh yeah.
Super Saiyan Dio as a 6, Yoshikage Kira as an 8, Diavolo/Doppio as an 8. What would you rank Father Pucci?
I don't think he's the worst villain, but I definitely think he's not the best. He's not a Yoshikage Kira.
Yeah.
He's not a Wamu. I think I'm gonna give him an 7.
Okay.
Yeah, he's pretty interesting in the fact that he is a religious man, but he is not worshiping the right God.
It's kind of weird how he's a religious man and he pairs up with this like vampire, and they share very similar like means to an end. But
there's symbolism in there where he's following a god, he's following Dio, but he's not. It's a false god. So I think that's commandment number 1. But he's breaking a lot of commandments that he's not a religious man in like the conventional
and like the
standard.
Christianity.
Yeah. But he likes to hold himself in like high regards, like he's doing something noble.
Right.
But he's essentially I don't know the Bible too much, but it's the story of Adam and Eve and the serpent coming down. Instead of an apple, it's a stand arrow. And Dio is the serpent tricking like the first man.
Yeah.
So like there's symbolism
Okay, yeah.
symbolism in there. I just have not read all the stories of the Bible all the way through to catch some of the symbolism.
Right.
It's like in all parts there's like little hints of religious subtext.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, John, you have Dio.
Moving on. I know where you're getting at.
We know where you're getting at. You're just gonna keep talking at
Thanks for
Mobius
stopping
strip.
me.
Yeah. I have Dio from part 1 as an 8, the Pillarman, including Wamu, as a 7.
Too low. That's too low.
Super Saiyan Dio as a 6. Yoshikage Kira as a 9. I had to think about what Albert just said. Diavolo/Doppio as a 7. I think I'm in a weird spot where it's he's very interesting as well. I think bad guy wise, he's probably one of our more interesting villains that we've gotten, but I feel like it could have been used better. So I guess I'm gonna go with Jesse and give him a 7.
Mm-hmm.
I like the mystery behind him at first. I like some of the themes and stuff that Jesse talked about. I like the middle stand that we got from him, which was very interesting. And I like the fact that he was like the closest to winning, but just for some reason, he's just not Yoshikage Kira.
No.
Yeah, no, that's a hard villain to compare to. Minus the first Dio was, I think, pretty fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, guys. That's it for JoJo's for now.
There's actually
We can do more.
some stuff that's still animated. And it's very short.
Right.
Rohan
Rohan,
Kishibe,
yeah.
4 episodes.
Oh, it's an OVA or something?
Yeah,
It's like a side story.
it's
yeah.
being released on Blu-ray soon, but it's on Netflix.
Nice.
4 episodes. If you want to revisit in a couple weeks, but
Okay.
It's only 4 episodes,
It's
though.
only 4 episodes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I know. Isn't there? There's another one too, but
The movie?
there's another side story that he has that people talk about, but I think it hasn't been animated yet.
Okay. I'm not familiar with that.
Anyway, Jugs and Plugs. Subscribe to us on Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get podcasts. YouTube, big YouTube. If you do follow us on YouTube, make sure you also go listen, or at least give give us a 5-star on Spotify or something.
Yeah, just play it in the background.
Yeah.
Put it on mute while you're
Give
listening
us
to the
those.
YouTube video.
Give us those listens if you really enjoy it.
Do you ever do that? You go to your favorite channel and you just have it autoplay for just like hours on end,
No,
just to support them? No,
no,
I
never
do. I do
I've
that.
done it.
I do it all
Same
the
for
time.
Twitch.
Maybe like when
Yeah.
I like fall asleep or something, and it's on autoplay and it just plays like stuff from my favorite people, but
Yeah.
that's about it.
Yeah, I just play hours of just videos.
Yeah, we already told you what to comment about this one.
Comment. What's the song for part 7?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's a Western song that you like?
Yeah.
Go and make sure you guys go listen to those again.
Yeah.
This has been the Legendary Sip Podcast. And join us next time for Transformers.
Yeah.
Robots in Disguise. What is the title called again? Transformers.
Rise of the Beast.
Is it Rise of the Beast?
I think so.
Will this be the sip we've been looking for?
Bye.
Boo.
Bye. Robots in disguise.